Good morning, Pen to Parliament, Justice Sabally Forum, Solidarity with Babala Commando, Sabally for the Youths, and all the allied forums. This is your brother and friend, Mamadou Sabally. It's been a while since I actually made a direct audio in these forums, but my mind is on every one of you, Mr. Lamin Barrow and the crew in Lamin by his charm, the entire team, Jados, Bakarinjai, the entire crew. My greetings and salutations to all of you, saying hello this morning. I think it's April 6, 2023. The situation in the country, you all know it's getting from bad to worse. Unfortunately, the unemployment situation in this country is getting worse. The young people of this country are not getting jobs. Even if you have a degree, first degree, you go get a half scholarship, go to Turkey, Cyprus, and other areas, struggle, come back, you can't get a job. Why? Because the economy is stagnant and there is inflation, it's not growing, there is rampant and outrageous corruption, macroeconomic instability that I advise this government to be careful about. They never listen to me. Increased salaries by 50%. I came out and warned them. They did not listen. What happened? Inflation started rising. They did the same thing again. They had to raise taxes. That led to the death of one of the most important trademark industries in this country, Banjul breweries. Young people lost their jobs. Of course, it has a knock-on effect on the tourism sector, which is also a major employer for the young people of this country. So what's happening in this country? Every day you go to the shop, the price of bread is up, price of attire is up, price of cigarette is up, price of everything is rising. Rent charges, electricity charges, they just announced they are going to increase by a whopping 36%. Do you think this government cares about the young people of this country? What is happening here is stagflation, inflation rising, the economy stagnant, there are no jobs. But what's happening? Every year they're graduating thousands and thousands of young people. While the Barrow administration sits down here, they don't even know the real unemployment rate in this country. If you don't know and understand a problem, how do you solve it? You young man out there at secondary school, you young lady out there in the tertiary institutions, in the university, take it from me. The Barrow administration does not care about your welfare. They have no plans to get you employment. They have no plans to grow this economy so that you can be an entrepreneur and become successful. In fact, what's happening here, most of the businesses, because government is supposed to be the biggest employer, which it is not doing, but government is also the biggest buyer of services and goods. But who do they sell these goods and services to? Mainly foreigners. And what's sad, we're open to everybody, but we get people from Asia coming to invest here, which is okay, but also bringing young people in plane loads to give them jobs in a country where the unemployment rate is up through the stratosphere. Very sad and unfortunate indeed. So this government has no plans for you, for jobs. When you want to get into business, most of the contracts, tenders being issued out to government are either close associates of the presidency or government civil servants who create shadow companies and then compete with businessmen when they themselves float tenders and bids. How can the young people of this country build up themselves and grow? It's not going to happen anytime soon. I just saw a travel advice issued by the United States of America on their official website warning Americans traveling to the Gambia in their words. They're saying, exercise increased caution in the Gambia due to crime and inadequate health infrastructure. Theft and home burglaries occur frequently in the Gambia, especially in the broader Banjul area. Now, if the United States of America government is saying this, it means they're saying the country is not safe, which is true, because Barrow has neglected our security sector, protecting himself with foreign forces and allowing the security of the country to go down the drains. What's happening in Fonyi? On several occasions, the school children of Fonyi could not go to school because of the war next door, which often spills over into Fonyi. Women can't go to their horticultural gardens. Security is a nightmare in this country. Rape, burglary, murder on a daily basis. What is President Barrow and his government doing about this? You think tourists will come to this country now? How does that industry grow, which employs most of our young people? The health sector, I'm not going to say much because I warned you all Gambians that the current health minister does not have the knowledge or the leadership skills and acumen to be able to properly run the health sector. What happened later? Maternal mortality getting higher. Acute kidney injury disease has killed more than 100 children in this country, and nothing has come out of it. What did Barrow do? He said his health minister is doing a good job. Is that the kind of person you are going to vote for? Is that the kind of person who will give you local representatives, mayors, chairmen, and ward councillors that will be able to stand up and solve your problems as Gambians? The question is for you, the Gambian youths. So unemployment situation is going to get worse. Last time I checked, Barrow promised to create 150,000 jobs. You know what that means. Well, if he says he used to climb kabar trees 500 meters, then you should know what he means by 150,000 jobs. He promised the young people of Brikama free Wi-Fi in the entire town or city of Brikama. What has happened of that? So if Barrow tells you he's going to create jobs, will he? If Barrow gives you candidates for mayor, for ward councillors, and tells you they are going to work with you and solve your problems, will you believe him? I will not answer that question for you, my fellow brothers and sisters, because I know that you all know the answers to these questions. So the situation gets worse. Lack of security, lack of electricity, lack of water, security poor. Gambia is the only country where, as a citizen, when you go into your own country, you pay a visa, $20. As a citizen, when you leave your country, you pay. Are we slaves or free men? Barrow has put us into a virtual prison now, literally. And what's sad, this government has imprisoned more young people than it has created jobs for. This is the Barrow administration. So we are all virtual prisoners in our own country. Healthcare, zero. Security, zero. 1, 2, they lock you up, but we are prisoners. You have to pay to leave this country as young Gambians. Is this the kind of change that you were looking forward to in 2016? You know what? The whole thing reminds me. The whole thing happening here, the Barrow maladministration, because I'm not even calling it an administration element. It's a Barrow maladministration. All it reminds me is the words of the South African reggae icon, Lucky Dube. Yes, and that's it. They will not build no schools anymore. They won't build no hospitals. All they build will be prisons and prisons. Gambian youths, you are virtual prisoners. Wake up. Take up your civic responsibilities and duties seriously. Go get ready to campaign for the opposition candidates for the local government elections. Go vote for the candidates of the UDP. Where there are no UDP candidates, look for competent other opposition party representatives. Look for competent independent candidates. But don't you ever vote for anybody that is standing for the NPP